Namaste, my beautiful, 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 beautiful queens. The name of this spread is kind of funny. The name of this spread is, oh, really? That's exactly like how this spread is called. Don't ask me why. This is 7-card spread, so of course I'm not going to be able to do it, pick up the card. But the first card already will let you know if this is something you exactly are dealing with, or this is something which you are not dealing with, because the first card is going to be the relationship right now, the core of this relationship right now. So if this is your case, if this is your relationship right now, then this is something you need to, of course, to listen. There will be 7 cards, and questions to this spread are such. Relationship now, the lesson for you of him, the lesson for him from you, his gift to you, your gift to him, problems he brings to you, problems he brings to him, the potential outcome of this situation. Queens, something I want you to determine yourself. I want you to determine the time frame for which you want to get your answers. Depends on you. If you want to time frame to be a week, of course tarot don't really, I know you don't really do it within a week, but if you want it to be 1 week, make it 1 week. If you want it to be a month, make it a month. If you want it to be 3 months, you inside of yourself determine, please, the time frame for which you want to look into this spread. So time frame, you need to determine yourself. All right, so let us start. Excuse me, let us go. Oh, really? The spread, I am asking the spirits of fire, earth, air, and water, the guides, the keepers, the forces of light, and the forces of love to give us the answers we need to hear, touching it to my forehead, to my mouth, and to my heart. I always do that. So let us go. Their relationship right now between you two, excuse me, this one fell out, so we're gonna put it down. Interesting. The relationship right now, we're having 8 of Pentacles. The lesson for you from him. So what is this man teaching you? What the relationship with this man teaching you? The relationship, the lesson for you. Seriously, the lesson is Page of Wands. He teaches you some passionate lovemaking. The lessons for him from you. So what you are teaching him, what you are bringing him. Number 3, his gift to you. What is his gift to you? What is his gift to you? Death. So he ended something in your life. He brought something to the end and brought you the transformation. Your gift to him. Your gift to him is beautiful 10 of Cups. Now, problems he brings into your life. Of course, they all bring problems into our life. Problems he brings into your life all that night of, listen, girls, wands, whoever is dealing with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, this is for you. Problems you bring to him. Interesting. You bring him problems of 7 of Swords. He thinks you're manipulating him. You're a witch. And the outcome or potential of this relationships, interesting potential in relationship of a devil. So facing shadow. Let's do one more. Let's do 10 of Pentacles, facing the shadows, coming to the light, because I already told you 15 Arcanum. I have written a story about 15 Arcanum, which spread all over. Like, there were thousands of people who read that story, were absolutely deeply impressed, because I described him not exactly how he's showed on here, because I already told you many times. Lucifer or Lucifero, Lucy, light, carrier, pharaoh, the light of the carrier of light, the karma, the shadow you need to face, the manipulation you need to come out of, the strengths you need to find in yourself. He is not that easy as we believe. He's not that easy and not as dark. Actually, he's karmic card, which brings into our life a partner who owes something to us, or we owe to him, or we owe to each other. So let us go. First of all, this is how the cards, this is how we are going to read them. The core of relationship right now, what it is right now, we are having Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is astrologically, Sun in Virgo, Mercury in Virgo, Saturn in Capricorn, connected to number 1 and to number 24. Be careful. Be careful means both of you are being careful, you know, both of you are being careful. So the core of the relationship, not many tarologists know about it, that both of you actually are working at this relationship. You take this relationship seriously, and he takes it seriously too. Love is the work. And in order to make something work, if you don't do nothing, nothing's gonna happen. So that's good that both of you understand it. It's not like you understand it, he doesn't, or you both understand it. And you both, of course, you are more grander than him, but you're being patient about him. But sometimes you're serious about each other, but sometimes what is happening, that this man, either this is not a young kid, this man had the life he lived already. Sometimes a man is divorced, sometimes a man who already had his share of broken heart, but very often this is so-called lost love. First and last love means that he thought that he knew what love was. You know, I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. He thought he knew what love was, but then you come into his life and he's full of surprises. Very often what comes to Eight of Pentacles, that the man can be much older than you, maybe 10, maybe 20 years older than you, but you brought into him the new springtime. You came into his life, you brought him springtime, you brought him sunshine. It's a good sign. So it's a positive card for both of you. Also for both of you, you both coming from such a tough time in your life. It's a new cycle in life of both of you. So you're being patient to each other. If this is something you're dealing with, if this is your story, then that it makes sense. This is, I understand why Seven of Wands in here, problems you bring to him, especially a devil here. He's afraid because what happens here, there was an infidelity involved. So someone he loved before was unfaithful. Somebody he loved before was manipulating him and using him, and also acting unfairly, which he doesn't look like a manipulator, not at all. And now the problem you're bringing him, we're having Seven of Swords and we are having a devil. Most possibly you're extremely beautiful woman, just like myself. I'm being honest. just a little knockout. I'm just kidding, but the thing is that he's scared of you to, he's scared to believe. There is a certain thing that he's scared to believe. He's scared to be cheated again. He's scared to be used again. He's scared to be manipulated again. And a devil card here also talks about you being that shadow in in his life, which he has to face his own shadows, his own fears, and his own doubts, so he can actually face the light. So, next question, the lesson for you. First of all, the lesson for you is the page of the page of wands. First of all, I want to go into what is the page of wands. Lesson for you is that lesson that lots of it's been quite a bit of time when not much exciting things happening in your life. What is the page of wands? There is this expression that he knocks the floor with his wand and he says, I brought you good news. So lesson from him that things can happen unexpectedly, things can happen without you planning anything. Also, he brings you the news. Also, he very often signifies the man who is away. There is a distance between you. It can be any distance. Can be any distance in 30 miles, 300 miles, or 3,000 miles, and probably this man on another continent. And suddenly you feel something inside of me. Something inside of me just tells me, he's far away, but I feel, like you, my Indian beautiful girls say, feel with a soft L. I feel that still there is a chant, there is a news. And sometimes the lesson for you is, you can't plan your life ahead because you have plans and destiny just happens. So this is a little bit too unexpected. This is exciting, and probably it requires from you risking something, and at the same time you don't really want to risk, but without risking, we have expression in Russian, кто не рискует, тот не пьет шампанское. If you don't risk, you never drink champagne. So the, as I already said, lots and lots and lots of wands here. So definitely some of you are dealing with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. So the lesson, perspectives, which you need to learn to follow the spark inside of you, follow the chance, because sometimes the chance can be the only chance. Don't be afraid. Now, what else? This is the there is a certain risk involved, and also there is impulse, and you are not somebody who follow your impulses, and sometimes in order to get out of the box you've been put, of this limitations you've been put, sometimes you need to take a risk. You're afraid to love because you've been brokenhearted, but this is not something you need to keep on doing. So the lesson, don't be afraid to fall in love. Don't be afraid to take risk. Don't be afraid to flirt. Don't be afraid, no matter how old you are. Or I'm already, 73. I shouldn't be loving again. Seriously, even if you're 93, love has no age. Love can come into your life any age. It teaches you be spontaneous, give the will to your instinct, to your passion, to your impulse. This is what he teaches you. Of course, I am talking forever. What you teaching him? What's a lesson you give to him? Interesting how in harmony these two cards come. Now, as I already said, wands. Either you are both fire signs or he is a fire sign. And the triumph. You teaching him pretty much the same, my beautiful queens. You teaching him that in order to be victorious in love and in order to be victorious in life, you have to fight for what your heart wants, for what your soul wants. And you teaching him that your wishes can come true. Your gifts can be yours if you go through the difficulties and the obstacles. Your truth can be there, your success can be there. You can, because you are what it is, you are extremely inspirational for him. You are fire burning in his heart, like that. And sometimes it means that he fights because Eight of Pentacles is not like a very passionate fighter, but so he might want to kind of keep it safe, save it kind of safe, but it's not going to happen. You're teaching him. Also interesting thing that it can mean, because on the classical deck he's riding a horse. It can mean that he has to come to you from the certain distance. He's on a certain distance, so he needs to get out of his box, get out of his doubts and fears, and actually compromise with himself and fight for what he wants to. So very interesting that both of you are actually teaching each other very similar lesson. His gift to you, very interesting, comes as a death card. What is the death card? Those of you who can read tarot understands clearly that death card never means a physical death. Death card in the position of like a positive position. So his gift to you means transformation, means that this man comes into your life to end one period of your life and start another period. And this can be scary, because ending something, probably you are used to it, probably you already been there for a long time, probably you already put up with, okay, all right, I am miserable, this is the way it is, I have to put up with it and just stay miserable because I owe to everybody but myself. And this man comes to you and say, you know what, my gift to you is you can end what you hate. Probably he came into, probably you are married or in relationship, which brings you more pain than joy, brings you more suffering than laughter. And he came into your life and you suddenly realize that you don't want to live like you used to live anymore. You don't want to be where you are anymore. You want to finish that situation, so-called dead horse, which already been dead, or maybe marriage, which was dead for a long time, maybe a relationship in which you were miserable, but somehow you stayed in it because of this and this and this and this. Believe it or not, in this position, death card has more positive. This card is only negative when it comes to relationship, but in this position, it means that you've been stuck in something. The situation was stuck. Either it's your marriage, your relationship, maybe your job, maybe the place you completely hate and you don't want to live, for example, in North Pole. I mean, you're not living in North Pole, but for example, you're living in a place which you hate. You have a job which you hate. This man comes into your life and says, why do you need to put up with this? Or you tell this to yourself. You meet this person, this man comes into your life, and you know what, and he makes you think, why the hell I need to put up with all this? Why I need to put up with a relationship or marriage which had been dead already? Why do I need to put up with a job I hate, a place I hate? I need to leave it. I need to leave it behind. I need to start living my life. I need to start new cycle of my life. Because what is death? Death is connected to the card of judgment, when one thing ends in order to another thing to start. Because when the physical body is gone, then you come as a spirit to unlimited life, your life as a spirit. So something, he makes you let go of something, realize it's something you don't need anymore. This is your gift to him, I'm sorry, his gift to you. Now, the next one, we will look at your gift to him. And your gift to him is absolute happiness. 10 of Cups. You... What do you see? You don't have to be a tarot reader. What do you see in this card? You see the fireplace. You see a man and a woman embraced as cat, happy, sleeping right here. The fireplace, 10 cups on the top. So what it is you brought to him? Happiness, joy, and he considers you a destiny. He considers you his destiny, and this is culmination in love. If we're already take these two cards together, as I said, man thought that he knew what love was, but when he met you, he realized that he never knew what love was. So you brought love to him. You brought sensuality into his life. You brought this emotional closeness, which he never knew before you. You put your heart on your palms and you gave it to him. So it's like honeymoon. You brought the springtime into his life. You brought the joy which he forgot existed. You brought such a sincerity, such emotional strength, which he never ever knew before. Absolute, he probably was dealing with a lot of people who were kind of fake in his life, and you showed him completely different story, completely different life, trust, gratitude, union, and it's just like, I'm loving you and I am being loved, and this peace in heart, harmony in heart, harmony with himself, and very often 10 of Cups talks about someone, a man who had been alone for quite a bit of time and was avoiding to be with anybody, as I already said, because probably he was cheated on and he was manipulated, but you came into his cold world and brought sunshine there. Next problem he brings you. Problem he brings you is Knight of Wands. I do not know if we can call it problems, but the thing is that you don't fully trust him. You don't fully believe him. Why is that? Because my beautiful queens, again, wands, again, we're dealing with fire sign. Because my beautiful queens is the Knight of Wands is the lover, of one or several knights. You feel such passion to him that you can't, like, your brain pretty much melts when he touches you. So he touches you with his fingertips and you like, oh, please don't touch me, I can't even think. Oh, just please keep on touching me because I don't want you to ever stop touching me, but please don't touch me because I can't even remember my own name. Like that. This is the problem he brings you. You feel such passion, sorry my dog, you feel such passion, such desire burning in your blood that you want to make love to him, make love to him, make love to him, make love to him, make love to him all the time. And it scares you, passion and sensuality. Probably some of you were keeping it under severe control, like I've done myself for many years. I keep my sensuality under severe control. I use it for doing readings for you and for writing bestsellers. But his sexual temperament and your passion towards him, the problem is that you're a little afraid because it's so intense. And problems problems you bring to him, now I already said at the beginning of this spread, especially if we take a devil right here, and actually devil for both of you. You both are doubting yourself, girls. You both have those fears. You both have those doubts, and so those things. Being honest with you, this require additional, of course, for each of you, this will be different story. Whatever devil represents would be different story. But the problem you are bringing to him, as I already said at the beginning of our spread, is that he was used, he was cheated on, he was betrayed, he was manipulated. And because you are, especially, as I already mentioned, those of you who are much younger than him, of course, he has this fears. He has this fear that you are going to lie, that you're going to be insincere, that you can find somebody else, another man better than him is going to come and grab you. And the thing is that you have to take into consideration that you're so perfect that you're good to be true. Can't keep my eyes off of you, blah, 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 whatever words are in that song. So you brought him so much of this, it's too good to be true, that his brain, because Seven of Swords are connected with brain, that his brain keeps whispering him, it cannot be that true. It cannot be that such women like her, they don't exist. If something is wrong there, she might want something from you. Does she want something from you? Can this love even be true? Can such love be true? Can such love exist in the world? Maybe it's a devil. Maybe it's a manipulator. Maybe she's wanting something, especially if it's a rich man. And for some of you, it's true, it is a rich man. For some of you girls, you're dealing with a rich man with society position. So yes, he's, she probably can have any man in the world, and any man she can charm. Why you? You've already been broken heart. You've already been manipulated. You've already been betrayed. Maybe she just manipulated these are problems you're bringing in his life. Unfortunately, this exists there, but if we look at the potential outcome of this situation, we're having great thing. We're having 10 of Pentacles. And why I say 10 of Pentacles? Through devil. Because this, the time is needed for him to learn to trust you, because the devil can be his shadows, fears and doubts, can be also your shadows, fears and doubts. But 10 of Pentacles as the potential through devil coming into 10 of Pentacles. So some of you are dealing with a man with position in society, with a man who has money, and with a man who had a lot of women in his life who wanted him for his money. Some, of course, I don't think any of you on my channel would be wanting a man for I don't know, I can't even imagine. I got the email yesterday from one of my clients, a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful soul, who wrote me, why don't you find yourself a guy with money, wealthy, who's gonna, take you places, and you won't have to work so hard, and he would love you, he would take care of you, you would have no problems, you would have a Louis Vuitton purse. I don't know, what is it about Louis Vuitton? I never even found it attractive. Anyways, but I said I would never be able to do that, because I'm all emotions, passions, and feelings. I don't give a damn if he was a truck driver or I don't know, a teacher, a cashier in supermarket. I don't give a damn. If I love you, I love you. If I hate you, you can have a castle size of Taj Mahal in Dubai. I don't give a damn what you have. It's how I feel about you. So some of you are in fact dealing with a man with money and society, but this is you becoming, this is a card of a marriage, but not just a card of a marriage. By marrying this man, by being with him, you're gonna jump in your social status. Okay, because this is a man with social status. And also some of you are dealing with a man with certain, it's called old money, who belongs to certain society, generation of, I don't know, factory owners or whatever. But of course time is needed here, at least 3 to 6 months. Probably around even a year, because I never look into the situation in more than a year, for him fully start trusting you. and for you fully start trusting him. But Ten of Pentacles always talk of not just he doesn't want a fling, he doesn't want an affair, he wants you. If we take especially Eight of Pentacles, you as a wife, but in order to bring you into that house and to make you the part of his world, part of your world, he needs to learn to trust you. You need to learn to trust him, and then everything is going to be wonderful. So this, my beautiful queens, all about the spread, the name of which, oh really? I hope it was helpful. All the information how to get in. Girls, if you don't read what is written under this video, you just find my email and you write me, how can I get a reading with you? I'm going to refuse your reading because you don't respect me enough to read everything what is written there. And all the answers to all your questions are written already under my video. I hope it was helpful. Wishing you all the most beautiful things in the world. Namaste.